Several conflicts occur throughout the book, with the conflict between Shinji and Yasuo being by far the most obvious one. Shinji and Yasuo are both attracted to Hatsue, and each seeks to gain her attention throughout the story. However, their tactics in doing so vary, with Yasuo attempting to rape Hatsue, and Shinji trying to gain her respect. Clearly, Shinji's approach is more successful, with Yasuo unsuccessfully attempting to replicate his tactics.
Unfortunately, the tactics that succeeded so clearly with Hatsue did not resonate as well with Terikuchi, who is the one who ultimately must decide Hatsue's fate. Terikuchi focuses on wealth and social class more than personality, placing Shinji at a severe disadvantage. In essence, Shinji and Yasuo are almost complete opposites, Shinji being poor but virtuous, and Yasuo being rich but cowardly. This clash between total opposites is the main feature of the book, and is present in several of the other events.
As we have discussed previously, Hatsue and Chiyoko are rivals for Shinji's affection. Chiyoko, consumed by jealousy, spreads rumors about the village, about Shinji and Hatsu. Chiyoko lived in Tokyo while completing her studies, while Hatsue was raised in the fishing village. This contrast mirrors the contrast between Shinji and Yasuo, and introduces a new theme, the conflict between tradition and modernity, between the old and the new. It is important to note that despite the superficial similarities, Chiyoko and Yasuo are very different. Unlike Yasuo, Chiyoko did not use physical force to achieve her objectives. Even though they both did things that most would view as wrong, Chiyoko eventually came to repent her actions and make amends. After attempting to rape Hatsue, Yasuo did not do so, focusing instead only on not getting caught. This shows that while Yasuo is almost unequivocally the primary antagonist, Chiyoko is more subtle, possessing both good and bad qualities.
Unlike the previous two conflicts, which were represented as conflicts between characters, the conflict between nature and technology is never portrayed directly. The closest thing the book has to a direct clash between the two concepts is Yasuo's attempt rape of Hatsue, where his glowing digital watch attracts a hornet that stings him repetitively. The technology of the watch was attacked by nature, allowing for Hatsue's escape. A potential example of such a clash would be during the storm near the end of the book, which endangered the safety of the ship. In this case, however, the ship was saved from the storm because of Shinji's efforts.
Another difference between this conflict and the preceding ones is the lack of a clear victor. In the first conflict, the poor and powerless are clearly portrayed in a more positive light than the rich and powerful, with the wealthy Yasuo being the book's primary antagonist. In the second, tradition is portrayed as being superior to modernity, with Hatsue ultimately triumphing over Chiyoko to win the heart of Shinji. In the third, however, it is not so clear-cut. The Hornet almost certainly triumphed over Yasuo and his technology, but the ship was not sunk by the storm. It could be argued, however, that the ship was only saved because of Shinji, a traditional boy who only wished to become a fisherman. This would mean that while technology in the form of the ship failed to control nature, Shinji, a boy very close to nature, could do so. In that case, the victor of this conflict would be nature, as technology could not control it on its own. In summary, the main themes present in The Sound of Waves are conflicts between the rich and the poor, the new and the old, and technology and nature. In each case, one side dominates, though not always clearly, over another. In this book, Mishima is attempting to convey to us the importance of nature, tradition, and values such as honor and morality that should not be forgotten in our rush as individuals for wealth and power, and in our global quest to advance technology, destroying the old to make way for the new.